places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, at beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up. And off we go from Tampa. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And what a career resurgence for Baker Mayfield. He went from being a discarded starter to a Pro Bowl quarterback, and he's coming off a year where he set career highs in passing yards, touchdowns, and completion percentage. But best of all, the ultimate leader for his ball club.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Well, that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go play action. Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another Buccaneers
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
In motion goes the tight end. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done, and on the opening drive of the game.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Cardinals nothing.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Brissett.
Having his target, it's Trey McBride.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Goes right back to McBride. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
To throw, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Out of the gun, Brissett.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
On the return, Johnson.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive.
But just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away? You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
So on 4th down, on is Riley Dixon to punt for Tampa Bay. Greg George deep for Arizona.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Brissett. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
2nd and 10.
They go play action with Brissett. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Play fake, Brissett. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
That's another Cardinals first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Cardinals.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
That's complete to Michael Wilson.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's DiMercado. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here's Brissett.
Able to get this one to McBride.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Brissett sets to throw it. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation, and they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
So on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal.
This from 36 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start on the ground with Irving.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's got a Bucca. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
A run up the middle with Irving. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton, a 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Short one here, caught by McBride. So no gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
Well, you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
From the gun, here's Brissett. To the sideline and incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Brissett now. And incomplete on the deep ball. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Johnson on the return. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They run out of the gun with Irvin. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
In motion left, Godwin. From the gun, Mayfield. Completes this again to Shepard. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Irvin not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Once again, it's Irvin. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Bucky Irvin from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their advantage.
That score is not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. A short one here, caught by McBride. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Throwing, Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Brissett. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Johnson to return it. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Baker Mayfield leading the Buccaneer offense out for another series. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the 1st down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
Here's Mayfield. Finding room at midfield. Now the Bucs going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cardinals' 36-yard line.
Second and a couple. Shepard will go in motion right. Mayfield down. That's complete to his receiver, Galbraith. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And down inside the 15 he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's make a play, boys.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick here is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
35-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. It's brought in by Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Nifty move. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it,
7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3.
To throw, Brissett.
This is taken in by McBride.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Arizona.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
The give is to DeMarcado. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Brissett.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Brissett. Hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield.
Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He has a first down and having now on the afternoon.
First and 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And a hard-working run he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's a handoff to Irving. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
12 more yards. That's another Buccaneers first down.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otton, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Cardinals 3.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he returns this to the 22. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here's DeMercado. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Brissett. That ball caught by Harrison. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. On the ground, it's DeMercado. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Brissett. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now Mayfield. Out to the right here to Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Mayfield. This one taken in by Otten. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a first down.
Play.
And again, it's Mayfield. Finding Otten once more. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On the handoff, this is Irving. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, It's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line.
And a first down. First and 10 at the
There's
12-yard
absolutely
line.
been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go and take full advantage of it.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Buccaneers start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Ooh, the juke. And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out now come the Cardinals.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Here's Brissett.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This offense so far on third down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is third and 11. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards.
Cardinals first down. A gain of 42 yards on the
So
play.
from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A run, it's DiMercato. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the 29, here's second and a couple.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Here's Brissett. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Brissett now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back, Bucky Irving, getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
They'll run. This is Irving. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 35.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On the ground, it's Irving. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, here's White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
At the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.